Hello there ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here and it's time for a new video. And as you can see from the title, it is a vlog about video games today. I'm just going to be talking about my love of linear or linear. Never sure which is the right way to say it. I'm probably going to say it both ways in this video. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean. I'll go for linear though mostly. Yeah, linear video games and also single player video games. Kind of video games that I grew up on and the kind of video games that I still love to play to this day in 2018. Now, if you keep up with gaming news and you've just got a brain, you'll have noticed that there are less and less linear experiences and linear games being made than ever, I'd say. Now, Bethesda, I've got to reference them and I'll be putting in the title perhaps, the hashtag that they started, the campaign they started, Save Player One. It was all very tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, obviously, more than an element of truth to it about single player games not selling as well. But what they neglected to say, and what some people are saying, especially since Visceral Games, the creator of the Dead Space series, was canned by EA, fuck off EA, you bunch of cunts. A lot of people have been saying it's linear games that are struggling, and indeed it is. And if you don't know what linear means, it just means a straight path. You don't necessarily have to have a map or a waypoint in these games and it tells you go there, go here, go there. But it's not open world, it's not open plan, and overall, you know, the story-based games are beginning, middle and end, a long campaign, and you can't go off the beaten track that much. But what keeps me going back to these games, what makes me play them in the first place? The story, the gameplay, the combat obviously that goes within the gameplay, but the atmosphere and what the developers are looking for, the set pieces. Because in an open world game, the difference is you make your own set pieces in a way, meaning that you can go to that side of the map and then go here, and you can be a different level by the time you get to a certain situation. If you, like Fallout, for example, the Witcher games, or Horizon Zero Dawn, which I've been playing in the last couple of months. And your experience will change quite, distinctly based on where you go and what you do and all these side quests. And that's another thing, I'm not too keen on games with side quests, really. Just one main goal I like. And that's it. These kind of games are not being made anywhere near as much as they used to be. But I've got a article here because I've just completed Alan Wake. I started playing it 3 years ago, and then the first Evil Within DLC came out and I stopped playing it. I went back to it about a month back, completed it, really enjoyed it. Then I completed the American Nightmare and the DLCs. Didn't enjoy them quite as much, but it was still a positive experience. And Remedy Games, who I'm going to reference in this article here, they are the devs of the old Max Payne games. I love Max Payne 1 and 2. Awesome linear genius there. And Alan Wake, and they also made Quantum Break. Now, Quantum Break got quite iffy reviews, but based on the fact that I love Max Payne, and based on the fact that I enjoyed Alan Wake, and also based on the fact that Quantum Break is a linear game, I'm going to be buying it. And I want to support linear games. I want to buy them, and I want to show my appreciation for them. Because now it's all about Battleground Unknown, whatever it's called, Fortnite, Overwatch. I mean, that's the first person shooter. It's either multiplayer or it's open world. It's microtransactions and it's loot boxes. And all I'm wanting is a single player linear experience. And I feel like a lot of other people around my age, I'm 28 now, late 20s, early 30s, who grew up in the teens in the Xbox 360, PS3 era. Not all, but I get the feeling that a heck of a lot of them are burnt out on multiplayer. And for me, I don't game to relate to other people who love the same games as me or anything like that, or chat on mic. No one seems to do that anymore. What I want is to get away from the madness of the world. It's escapism, and it's escapism for everyone who games, but for me it's escapism into a story in another world. And my favourite kind of games, people who watch me on the internet now and know me on the internet know what kind of games I love, and those games I love, I repeat play them quite a bit. And people ask, do you get bored of them? Nope, because I do different stipulation runs as I get better with the games. I do speed runs, I do all sorts of things Linear Games, I'm not going to let them die, ladies and gentlemen, not without a fight. But this is Remedy, and they've said that budget single player games that are linear and $100 million don't make commercial sense anymore. Remedy are from Finland, by the way, and the CCO is called Johannes Palohimo. I'm not pronouncing that name again. It does not mean single player AAA linear experiences are dead. It just means that devs and publishers have to be smarter and more efficient in creating and bringing those kind of games to the market. And he references Battlefield and Call of Duty. This is Mr. Max Payne and Alan Wake and Quantum Break referencing those games. And I'm sorry, but you know, I'm not just hating on Call of Duty and Battlefield. I've never played the games before. And I know that the Call of Duty series especially used to be a heck of a lot different to what it is now, until like Call of Duty 4, for example, I think. And that's when it became, you know, what it is now, essentially. But he shouldn't be looking to those titles and saying that. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when he said that. Plenty of single player games do great on the market, and that's our forte. It's the more mega budget super linear player game that are struggling. So he's saying there, we've got to make it open world. And it's like I said at the start of this video, with linear games, the developer needs to put set pieces, and I like survival horror games, I like horror games, I like action games, I like games that, I always use the word set piece, something that's in the game, and a scenario, a part of the game that's different, something that's meant to shock you and put you on edge. You can't beat that kind of experience, you really can't. And when you come out of it with just a little bit of health and one bullet remaining, absolutely fantastic. You don't get that so much in open world games, in my opinion anyway. I don't know if I'm just talking bollocks now. But the first two comments, and this is xboxachievements.com, I'm reading this off, absolutely retarded. CD Projekt Red would disagree. They're the devs of the Witcher series, which of course is a massive open world game. And the next one, Horizon Zero Dawn, also did very well. Another massive open world game. So two people there who obviously didn't read the article very well. Unbelievable. And the guy here said, with games out there like Witcher 3 and Assassin's Creed Origins that are single player but you can invest 100 hours in, people come to expect tons of content. Second, all these games cost $60, £40 over here. So we pay the same for 100 hours or 10 hours. Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from there. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a bit of a cough. But it's just very worrying because I'm never going to stop playing games, and I'm still having new experiences. You know, a few weeks ago I played Super Hot for the first time, a very, very unique first-person shooter where time only moves when you move. So you've got your gun, stay still, the enemies stay still. You move and they move as well. Really cool game. Highly recommend it. And this coming week, I'm going to be playing the third and final Little Nightmares DLC as well. And I'm also interested in a few games that are coming out in the next couple of months. And I don't mind personally buying the same game for a different console if I loved it. In other words, Crash Bandicoot's coming to the Xbox One, played it on my PS4, and I'll be repurchasing it again. But yeah, what I'm saying is, never going to stop playing games, but I'm just really upset with the way things are going in regards to linear games especially. And here are just a few examples, just completed it. Favourite modern game of all time. Motherfucking Bioshock games, you can't make them open world, can you? They better not make the sequel more open, I'm telling you. The master of linearity, the Drake man. Completed this about 4 or 5 months ago. Cracking game. Didn't get a sequel. Awesome game. Gears of War 3. Oh, 4 wasn't as good. But we need new titles, that's it. We can't have a Gears of War 5, we probably will. But we need new new games, new series, new franchises. The only reason we're getting a Gears of War 4 and 5 is based off what the series used to be back in the day when linear games sold incredibly well. Like that. Remember that? Whew! Amazing game. Fuck off of here, you cunts. Oh, great game. Great game. And I do prefer third-person games, but it doesn't really matter. Condemned, for example, is first-person, and that is a really good game. The atmosphere in that is just amazing. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel about this? Am I talking bollocks? Am I not? I don't think I am talking bollocks. The proof is in the pudding. Single-player linear games especially are selling very badly. And that's why I am starting the hashtag Lovelinear. Lovelinear games, Lovelinear. Hashtag the fuck out of it. Spam the video. Make sure it gets more than one viewer, because it probably isn't. I don't give a fuck. Someone has got to do something. And I hope they will. I hope they will, because it's these kind of games that I'm interested in more than any other. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and coming up in a couple of weeks, a pickups video, a gaming pickups video, but also vinyl as well. That's right, I'm going to be doing vinyl pickups on the channel, so I'm really looking forward to that. See you soon.